Night stream, guys. I know you're gonna be like, yo, I was about to go to bed, man. We'll go to bed then. I'm trying to get a second rounder so I can get that Daryl Dawkins, you know. And eventually get to Jason Kidd. Pfft. Jason Kidd. I'm kidding. I respect him. I respect him. Dirk needs to grab some boards, okay? Yeah, I'm currently working on Dirk. The best player there is going to be Jimmy Butler, in my opinion. Oh, no. Floaters. Well, Nash can't even shoot, bro. That's why I call it 2K glitch shot. The issue with Steve Nash in this game is, first of all, most games will make it so every player can dunk. The only players who will never be able to dunk, but are still probably going to be in this game somehow, are going to be Muggsy Bogues and like, pretty much every player below 5'9", or below 6 foot, sorry. Like, a lot of the 6 foot players that I've played with in the past have dunked and or can dunk. One player who can dunk and dunks in this game, however, doesn't do much because he has low tendencies, is Dirk. Like, pretty much a way to avoid from letting players dunk is by having the game with zero tendency to do such an action. So, for example, Dirk doesn't dunk much, but the game probably has only like a 5 tendency to do that. So that means 5 times in 100. So if you go for 100 drives, only 5 of those Dirk will dunk. So pretty much it's a 1 in 20 chance. Steve Nash might have 0 tendency, which means that you might be lucky if he dunks once over a year that you're playing. If you play beginning to end of popularity of a game, then, you know, you're gonna find that he only dunks maybe once. And you could drive with him 100,000 times. Like, watch, he can't dunk. You see, like, if it were Embiid, Dirk, or any good dunker, they would have slammed that in. And that ball would have been slammed into the net. Well, been harder than Ronald has slamming that one dude in the face during the Mountain Palace. No, I don't think some guys steals. Like, some guys steal animations are good. They'll, you know, poke at the ball. Other guys steal animations. They'll freaking like, you know, go down and hug the guy. Hold on a second. Yeah, Mom? I'll be right back. I'm back, guys. Sorry, the election is going on right now, and we're having to deal with picking our new president equal called a prime minister. Let's even talk about. Oh yeah, steal animation. So Joe Allen, like most players, do a poke, but if they're posted, then they'll go for more of a hug. You know? You see, this guy's probably about the same height as Steve Nash. Like, the only thing is that you're gonna see more a racial thing in basketball. Like, not what I mean. I don't mean, like, yeah, the racial things are gonna be like, you know, these guys are gonna be like, oh, the blacks are better because they're black. No, it's gonna be more of, like, you know, you're gonna see more of the people with darker skin dunking because they have, like, stronger legs. They have stronger, I believe it's their Achilles or the ACL, I don't know, I believe it's the Achilles, is longer for them, so they can have a higher vertical. That's why Muggsy Bogues, a 5'3" guy, was able to dunk one time in a warm-up because his Achilles is a lot longer and a lot stronger than most players. Like, he also ended up beating out a rapper who was probably above 6 foot for the final spot in the Toronto Raptors. And when I say the Raptors, I mean the final starting 13, I believe. Like, what happens is when you're going for a try, you're going for a starting 13 slot. However, I believe if they think you're good, however, not material for the team at the time, then they'll probably just say, I will sign you, but we're going to send you to the D League for a year. You know, maybe pull you up during the season, but that's dependent on how your playing is through the D League and how our playing is throughout the year. Like, you know. Dirk Nowitzki, surprisingly good three-point shot. Also, you notice, if you didn't know, the easiest way to dunk and you'll see this on shorter players, right, is to go, run up, plant both your feet, and then jump, and one hand. The hardest way to do it is one leg, but then the definite hardest way to dunk, in my opinion at least, is one leg, two hand, alright? It might sound weird. That's like two leg, one hand is the easiest, and one leg, two hand is the hardest. Because they're complete polar opposites, though, it makes the most sense. But you know, first of all, you need to be able to kick, alright? So, when you're jumping off of 1 foot, you need to be able to lift your leg up, and you need to be able to, like, snap it quickly, and then pretty much have it, so your other leg comes up, so your legs meet, pretty much. Like, your one leg kicks up really quickly, and your other leg can match it. Alright. But with two legs, it's pretty easy. You're probably confused at this point, the guy who just joined. Probably confused on what I'm even talking about. Wolfpack. Real quick, let me just change my controller around. This music is probably gonna get copyrighted. The 6.4% who said they're 76, so I'm gonna give my opinion, alright? Lowest rated to highest rated. First of all, there's 2 East, 2 West teams. The 6.4% who said the 76ers, I'm sorry to say, but it's very low odds because of how they didn't make it last year, however they did face the Raptors. They definitely have a conference finals appearance, in my opinion. NBA finals, possibly. The Bucks. I personally think they have a higher chance than 76ers. Never know, maybe a conference finals victory to the 76ers, or do what the Raptors did last year and there's an upset. And then for the Clippers, I don't think they're gonna win. I think they're gonna get booted out in the conference finals. If they do win the conference finals and they win the West, they're gonna win. I'm sorry to say it, but you know, like, they're so good that it's gonna happen. That if they win the conference finals, they're winning the NBA finals. And then the Lakers, I agree with the 49%. I'm hard. Hey. Right now I'm just watching the Canadian election. Hey, good. Alright. Okay, so influence trade. Here's one player that I'm really looking to make a deal with. Alright, now Luca is only on a 1 year plus a player option. But one player who I really like is we're in dire need of a shooting guard. So I'm gonna look for a good shooting guard around the league who happens to be right here. So between him and D Mitchell. Drew Holiday, nah. Malik Monk is on the Raptors after that. Trade for JaVale McGee. Alright. So I pretty much just asked them to trade for Devin Booker. We're going to trade Danny Green, which makes me immediately happy. So JT be looking like the Prime Minister of Canada. Now shut up, whoever just said that. We're drain a 3 for you. Boom, back to frick. Alright. 50% from the 3, alright. 50 more writing for liberal, and I'll be officially named. I already have 1,000 points. And the field goal percentage is 39%. And then coin through from about 30. So I have like the average role player stats. Even though I'm not the average role player. Let's see if it does anything different for you. I don't even care. If only there was a club called the 100 Club, which would be the club with literally no one in it, or I'd call it either the 100 Club or the 300 Club. But what it would be is a player who managed to average 100% from the field, 100% from the three, and 100% from the free throw line for a season. Would be impossible since, if you averaged 100% from the field, I mean, that center could probably do, because, they're tall, they're big, they can shoot. If you averaged 100% from the three, you'd be a point guard, pretty much. And if you averaged 100% from the field, you'd be a point guard. Yeah. We won the game still. Opening night. 18-6-9. Alright, starting either get the PG 3s, the Kobe ADs, Air Force Foam, was it Pro, the Adapt, the Carry 5s or LeBron. I think I'm gonna go with the Bron 16s. Alright. Right now, this is the one I'm looking for. I'm looking at. Alright. Alexa, pick a number 1 through 6.
Here's a number between 1 and 6. It's 5.
So LeBron's. Alright, so base. Semi-shiny. Nah, metal is gonna be destroying it. I'm just gonna go for default. The team colors. Now I'm a really huge fan of black shoes, alright? So I'm gonna go with the black, but then I'm gonna color palette. I'm gonna make it more of a reddish black, so a dark red. Like unnoticeably red. Alright, and then go to patterns. Nah. Then the base accent, if I go to team colors on that. Ooh. Then I'm gonna go with I'm gonna go to color palette. I'm definitely gonna make it a slightly brighter red. Alright, and then if I go to patterns on that, I'm gonna add a little bit of a boom. Alright. Now that looks sick. Oh, soul. Alright, so soul I'm gonna make pure black, alright, and then I'm gonna give it a little bit of a dashy pattern with that. So a brighter color. Airbag. Ooh. I'm gonna go with a blue. If I go to color palette, that I can that looks almost huge. Alright, and then patterns, I'm gonna keep it going with this actually. And then boom, midsole. Let's see. Ooh, this is gonna complement it a lot. Now if I go to color palette though, I'm gonna make it more of a darker orange. Alright, slightly darker. If I go to patterns, realistically I can go like this. No, I'm just gonna keep it like that. Kind of a not the best, but you know. Just gonna keep it like that. Not much of a difference. Toe. Ooh, this is gonna be the real one. Alright. That's gonna be where I add this pattern again. If I go to color palette, I'm gonna make it more of a boom. So as you guys can see, I'm just gonna go with ton logo accent. So team colors. Ooh, this is gonna be the one where I put a little bit of white. Alright guys. One thing that I noticed about black and red shoes is that it's always gotta have a white logo, okay? Alright, a white camo pattern. Now the tongue logo. Boom. Heel strap. That's the heel strap. Alright, I'm gonna go with just a plain old red, alright? heel logo. So that would be this. I'm gonna go with a white here, and then I'm gonna go with inner swoosh. Ooh, inner Nike swoosh. You're gonna want to go with a nice boom. Do you have any old black pattern? Well, that's really gonna complement it. Alright, I know that it's kind of looking like the original LeBron 16s. Wait, now the outer swoosh is also gonna get that nice pattern. Alright, and then the shoe eyelet. Don't even know where that is, so just gonna keep it like that. I'm gonna keep it going. The lace, ooh, this is gonna be where I want to get some. Alright, it's gonna be a pure black lace, okay? Now lining, I know what lining is, so. Oh, that's lining. That's gonna be black too, right? Now, the reason why I'm having the laces black is because I'm gonna go for the tongue. Is gonna be a nice red. However, I'm gonna go to color palette. I'm gonna make it a darker red. Apply that. Definitely go to patterns, however. Alright, and now heel, finally. I'm gonna go with a nice black pattern. Oh, that looks like a galaxy on the back. However, I'm actually gonna go with just a plain old red. Alright, and then I'm gonna go with color palette. I'm gonna make it darker. So it blends with those. Boom, boom. And I'm going to hit save and exit. Yes, save the shoe. Alright, I'm gonna name the sit. Nah. The bro. Your custom 5,000 points for. Okay, guys, I'm gonna end the stream off. Hold on, I just want to go over here, stats, and then, get a quick screenshot. My stats this season are 18 points, 6 rebounds, and 9 assists, along with 2 blocks and 2 steals, because my last game I had a total of 18 points, 9 assists, 2 steals, 2 fouls, 2 turnovers, 2 blocks, and 6 rebounds, along with 100% 3-point shooting and 100% free throw, with 43% from the field. So I just need to upgrade to 50, and then I'll be a 54-90. If we go to season awards, of course, no player of the league. I do want to get player of the week, though.